welcome to a brand new explainer. Today, we are diving into an absolute classic, a foundational geography masterclass. I mean, if you've ever been that person who completely blanks during trivia night, or if you just really need an edge for your global map skills, you are definitely in the right place. Let's start building your mental map of the globe. 195. That is the magic number, right? There are 195 recognized countries on this beautiful, wildly diverse planet of ours. Just think about the sheer volume of cultures, landscapes, and histories that number actually represents. Memorizing the capital cities for every single one of them can seem like a literal nightmare, maybe even totally impossible. Well, that's exactly what we're here to simplify today. Okay, let's dive into this. We aren't doing all 195 today. Nope. Our source material provides us with a heavily curated cheat sheet style list of exactly 140 essential country capital pairs. By focusing in on just these 140 entries, we're going to build a rock-solid mental foundation that'll serve you well in everything from a casual conversation to a high-stakes exam. So, here's our game plan for today. First, the Global Knowledge Challenge. Then, we hit the first 10 nations, followed by navigating the global roster. After that, we'll look at a quirky little thing called the missing number mystery, and finally, how to ace your competitive exams. All right, part 1, the Global Knowledge Challenge. Why are we even doing this? Well, mastering these specific country and capital pairs acts as your absolute secret weapon. Whether your goal is prepping to crush a competitive exam or just wanting to completely dominate your local pub trivia, having this data rapidly accessible gives you a massive advantage. We're taking raw geographical data and turning it into an incredibly useful tool for your everyday life. Moving right along to part 2, the first 10 nations. We are starting strong with the heavy hitters. We've got India with New Delhi and China anchored by Beijing. Then we hop over to the United States and Washington, D.C., followed right up by Indonesia and Jakarta, and Pakistan with Islamabad. What's really interesting about this is how just seeing these global giants structure together makes the whole task of recalling them feel so much more manageable. Keeping that brisk pace for our top 10, we map Brazil to Brasilia and Nigeria to Abuja. Then we cross over to Bangladesh and Dhaka, head way up north to Russia and Moscow, and round out our foundation with Mexico and Mexico City. Boom! You've literally just cataloged 10 of the most globally significant nations and their capitals in seconds. Okay, part 3, navigating the global roster. Before we look at how to tackle the rest of the list, let's gamify this a little bit. I want to throw a quick trivia question right back at you from our top 10. Let's test that active recall. Without rewinding, what is the capital of Indonesia? Take a second. It is Jakarta. If you got that right, fantastic job. If you missed it, hey, no worries at all. Honestly, this active participation, actually trying to yank the answer from your brain, is exactly how you lock this stuff down for good. Now, this next part brilliantly illustrates how to study smart. We're looking at our European highlights, and localized grouping just makes digesting this so easy. We can link Germany to Berlin, the UK to London, and France to Paris. Just a few steps down the list, we connect Italy to Rome and Spain to Madrid. By keeping your brain localized to one single continent at a time, those mental connections form so much faster. And we apply that exact same logic to our African highlights. We quickly pair Ethiopia with Addis Ababa and Tanzania with Dodoma. Then we move down to South Africa and Pretoria, use Kenya and Nairobi as a really fantastic anchor point for the East, and cap this chunk off with Morocco and Rabat. See? Chunking the data geographically turns a daunting, massive list into bite-sized regional learning blocks. Next up, part 4, the missing number mystery. So follow this sequence with me, okay? Number 50 is Venezuela and Caracas. 51 is Madagascar and Antananarivo. 52 is Cameroon and Yaoundé. Then we hit 54, North Korea and Pyongyang, and 55, Australia and Canberra. Now, look really closely at that progression. Do you spot it? Wait a second. Where on earth is number 53? It's just entirely missing. Our source material literally skips from 52 straight to 54. It's this funny, quirky little hiccup in the data that gives our brains a nice little mini break before we tackle the final stretch of this explainer. And you know, sometimes it's exactly these weird little quirks that actually help you remember the data around them even better. Finally, part 5, ace your competitive exams. So the crucial point here is application.
The source material insists this list acts as a vital cheat sheet. It is completely tailor-made for students studying for major exams like the UPSC or SSC, but it's also an essential tool for just general knowledge lovers. It's exactly the foundational data you need if you're navigating maps, dominating quizzes, or even designing infographics. The return on investment for memorizing these 140 pairs is honestly huge. Just take a step back and look at the incredible breadth of the geographical journey we've mapped out today. We started all the way back at number 1 with India and New Delhi, and the list carried us all the way to entry 140 with Namibia and Windhoek. The sheer distance and diversity we've covered between those 2 points is just astounding.
But remember, our list today deliberately stopped at 140. And as we established at the very beginning, there are 195 recognized countries out there. So here is my final provocative challenge to you. Can you guess the remaining capital cities to hit all 195? Take the momentum you built today, go hunt down those missing 55 countries, and truly put your memory to the ultimate test. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible map hopping journey. Keep practicing that active recall, and I will see you in the next explainer.